What if there's a new kind of literacy out there? One that's becoming just as essential as, say, reading or writing? Well, there is. It's called AI literacy. And it's not some sci-fi concept from the future. It's basically a superpower that you can start building right now, today.
So, quick question for you. Think about your day so far. Did you use an app to find the quickest way to get somewhere? Maybe you asked your phone what the weather was going to be like? Or, hey, maybe you just let a streaming service suggest your next binge watch. I'm going to bet the answer is yes.
And if you did, well, then you've already used artificial intelligence today. You probably didn't even think twice about it. See, AI has quietly shifted from being something in the movies to the invisible engine that powers so many of the tools we rely on every single day.
So what does it actually mean to be AI literate? Well, it really just boils down to three simple things. First, understanding, the basics of how these tools work. Second, learning how to interact with them to get what you want. And third, and this is the big one, using their power responsibly.
But before we can really get a handle on it, we've got to cut through a whole lot of noise, right? There's just a ton of hype and, honestly, a lot of fear out there. So let's just tackle some of the biggest myths head on.
Okay, first up, the elephant in the room. Will AI take my job? The reality is, it's a bit more complicated than that. AI is absolutely amazing at automating specific tasks. Like organizing a massive spreadsheet in seconds. But it's not so good at replacing an entire role, which involves things like creative thinking, strategy, and just, dealing with other humans. And here's another huge one, the idea that AI is some kind of perfect fact machine. It's just not true. An AI doesn't actually know anything. It's a super powerful pattern matcher that's just predicting the next logical word in a sentence. And because of that, it can sometimes just make things up with total confidence. People in the field actually call this hallucinating. So what about creativity? Is it over for artists and writers? Not even close. You should think of AI less like a replacement and more like a powerful new instrument to play. It can be your brainstorming partner, a co-writer, or a tool that helps you visualize an idea in seconds. It just amplifies what you can already do. All right, so now that we've cleared up some of those myths, let's get practical. How do you actually start building this skill? I'm going to walk you through a really simple toolkit that you can start using pretty much immediately. I want you to think about it like this. Remember when learning to read opened up this entire world of knowledge and books? Or when learning to use a mouse opened up the whole internet? Well, learning to work with AI, it's the next one of those. It's becoming a foundational skill for the world we live in now.
And to get started, you really don't need to learn 100 different things. Nope. You just need to focus on 3 simple, high-impact skills: getting better at prompting, using AI for smart summarizing, and building the habit of quick fact-checking. That's it.
First on the list is better prompting. Basically, it's about learning to speak the AI's language. If you ask vague questions, you're going to get vague answers. But when you get specific, when you give it context, and here's a little pro tip for you, when you tell it what role to play, like act as a professional travel agent, the results you get back are dramatically better.
Next up is smart summarizing. And this is an immediate productivity boost. I mean, instead of spending 20 minutes reading through a long, dense report or an endless email chain, you can just ask an AI to pull out the key points and action items in seconds. It is a total game changer for just dealing with information overload.
And finally, we have what is maybe the most critical habit of them all: quick fact-checking. Remember how we talked about AI hallucinating? This is why you have to treat AI output as a first draft, not a final answer. Before you share something, or cite it, or act on it, just do a quick check to verify it. You always have to be the one in charge.
So when you start to put all these little pieces together, you can begin to see why this is so much bigger than just the latest tech trend. It's really about developing a whole new kind of capability for yourself.
In fact, one leading tech educator put it perfectly. They said, AI literacy is not optional, it's the new basic skill set of the 21st century. And they're absolutely right. This is quickly becoming part of the core curriculum for just navigating the modern world.
And let me just be really clear about something. You do not need to become a coder to be AI literate. That's another myth. This is just about being an informed user, a critical thinker, and a good communicator in a world that's being shaped by these incredible tools.
So in the end, AI literacy really is a new kind of superpower. It gives you this ability to learn faster, to create more interesting things, and to solve problems in ways we couldn't before. So the real question isn't if you're going to use it, but how. What are you going to do with it?